All right, and I believe we are good to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back for the finale of the core. It is I, Akaoni, Niab, whatever we want to say. And yeah, we're here on time, properly, for once. Now, that said, I am technically on a bit of a time limit here, not necessarily anything like huge in terms of like, oh, we gotta be quick with this, right? But it does mean that if I wanted to spend a very long while talking, I would not have that opportunity. So that's not really in the cards for me. That said, we can discuss for a while after the episode's over. It's just, again, it's just a really long while that would be a problem. But we're here on time, all that. I'm very excited to be here because this is still the continuation of probably one of my favorite parts of the third volume. Not even probably, it just is, right? My favorite part of the third volume, easily in the top three sort of, I don't even know what to say. I want to say moments, but I don't know that that would be the correct term to even use here. I guess segments would be more accurate because this is a chain of moments, right? But probably in the top three of like segments in Arc 6, right? And then, of course, later on is where we get probably my most favorite. Uh, but we get to enjoy this for today, and I'm very excited to. I'm a little thrown off because there actually didn't seem to be a proper title here on today's episode, so a little bit confused about that because I know this stuff has a title. You know what I'm wondering? I know what they probably used for the title. I'm also taking a guess on the cliffhanger and everything. And I think I have a pretty good idea, considering I was right two times already. I took a guess last week when I had watched it with my brother, and I think I know it'll cliffhanger. Um, but I think I might know why there's no title here. I think they mistook the title for something else. But we'll see. We'll see, because that's very important. It legitimately very important. But okay, enough dilly-dallying. Might as well just get into this. So, I'm going to click these two buttons. Should be all good. Looks all good. Okay, let's do this, shall we? So, put my mouse over there. All right. And three, two, one, let's go. Perfect. Perfect. Just double checking my audio is all good. Yeah. So again, I was saying it last week, but one of my favorite moments of this is just the fact that him not admitting that, right? Admitting that he had lost his memories makes this so risky because this is the payoff, right? Oh, that expression and everything. If I remember, yeah. Holy shit. I knew she threw her, but like that is like way more than I was expecting. Ooh, the effect on that. Uh, Maybe they're gonna go further with this episode than I thought because this section feels shorter than I remember. Yeah, that's when it happens. Okay. I was gonna say way earlier that I was like, huh, there's no writing on the walls, and I forgot that happens here. Yeah, so ain't that interesting? Hmm. Yeah, no, they're probably gonna go further with this episode than I thought, so it really might cliffhanger exactly where I thought they would. They're gonna make everybody wait several weeks to see something. Hmm. This is a really good just OST. I don't remember if this was playing for him last time. It might have been, and that's my bad. But this is a really good OST. Yeah, I remember this part. Because I do remember he looks down the stairs and sees all this going on. Yeah. Mm. Then, of course, more of that. Uh, oh my god, the smile on his face there for a second. Mm. Oh my god, look at him drop in there. Oh, that's good. That was real good. It feels weird seeing him without the actual, like, cape to it, to the knight's uniform. Mm, that's a good effect. I mean, I'm thinking about what overall left for the volume, and it's like, technically speaking, I guess there isn't actually, or shouldn't actually be that much left to kind of conclude, but obviously that couldn't have been chipped onto the previous episode just because of, at least it's long enough that they're not going to do that, right? Hmm. I'm just having a nice time right now, much like last time. I'm just trying to sit here and enjoy. Mm. Mm. Again, I know I'm usually talking with this sort of stuff, but like I just want to sit here and enjoy for now, and then we'll talk. Mm. But just seeing their reactions is like, oh man. Yep. Mm. Oh, they are actually just. Oh wait, yeah, I guess they do show it now, don't they? That hardly means shit. I'm sorry, Beatrice. Yeah, yeah. I like how it looks, and it's shocking that, at least from what I can tell right now, they didn't make it CGI. Okay, maybe they did, but hard to tell actually. So you know what? That's good. Mm, apologies. And if I remember correctly, I love the line Beatrice says after. Yep, that line's so good. Uh it almost feels like a difference from the interaction with Amelia in a sense, where Amelia feels really broken by hearing the like honorific that Subaru gives her versus Beatrice with this, right? Where, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was definitely wrong in terms of like timing and all that. There is still more than enough left for an actual sort of, oh, that is an interesting look, even if, she's absurdly bloody. Oh yeah, if I yeah, there is no Beatrice. Eh. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I remember her legs being blown off, but I don't remember, or I guess not really even legs fully, but feet. But I wasn't fully sure, and I'm like, oh, you know what? It might have just been injured, and that's it. Because it even looked like the leg was open, but not necessarily off. God, just the breathing and everything. That part's rough, man. Because again, that confirms to her, that just outright confirms to her that it's like it was him and everything. You know, it's still him, but yep. Been a bit since we heard this. Well, actually, I guess not, because it happened during the original, didn't it? Like the original him forgetting his memories. So, what's our time looking like? Ooh, damn, damn. It's this far in. Oh, maybe it is the cliffhanger that I was thinking. Maybe not, but we'll see. I do love. I don't know if I brought it up before. People pointed out that these scenes are colored in, because this was actually recent to him. So unlike Arc 4, where it was black and white, these are colored in because it was very recent at that time, right? Which is like, oh, that's so interesting. Because even if the gap on Arc 4 isn't as, I know it's silly to say, but isn't as long as Arc 5, it's like, it is still a few months that he's spent in that world, right? So, here it comes. Here it comes. Any minute. I know for a fact this next thing isn't different in the light novel. This is like one of the most significant scenes in the series. I do like that it gets louder. Yep. There you go. We got a nice parallel scene coming up soon. It's it is one of the things that makes this scene extra interesting in that regard of like we don't know, the fates of like Ram and Julius and all that, but it makes it absolutely feel like these two are the only ones left, right? Like that's it. Other than, anybody else that's here we go. This again, this is one of the best scenes in the series. Not just this arc, just series, full stop. Because now we get to recall arc one, and this is very significant. some people would technically probably be upset. Not even, I say technically as if they wouldn't, but some people might be upset about what they do here. Um, Simply because it's going to be her recapping everything. But this is like, again, this is absurdly significant. It's her just actually trying to explain everything that, ironically, it happened right as soon as he originally dropped in, right? I'm probably going to get the cliffhanger wrong because I didn't consider they were actually going to do this. And I'm glad they are. Absolutely. I just didn't consider that. So that's on me. Especially if they don't skip the ending. If they don't skip the ending, then yeah, no. But in that case, I'm curious where they would. So I guess we'll see. It's so good. I'm so glad I get to see this animated. Thinking about it, I think the fourth volume also has. This kind of reminded me a little bit. There is another really good segment in there, but I don't know how I would weigh it compared to this. So that it's weird. I never actually considered weighing that, but like in comparison for volumes. But hmm. Then again, I've always considered the arc to just constantly go up, so it's probably a little bit heavier for me. Of course, this is still fantastic. That's where she says it. Yep. And the fact that it's a parallel to arc one, right? It's a literally the same thing he asks her, and he gives his introduction as is prior to that, right? So it's she's doing the same thing he did, and it's like, dude, it's so good. Mm. Ah, I'm gonna tear up. The fuck that hit so hard. Oh man, I had to hurry up and finish Arc 9. I know that's unrelated. I'm just like sitting here like, man, I need to fucking finish that. I've been working on the alternative route to that one video game fucking yesterday, and I need to, you know, just actually sit my ass down, stream, and do Arc 9. Uh and again, that parallel. Uh is this a slow version of? No, it's just the actual song, or it's a new one. It's either a new one with the same motif, or it is the same exact song but redone. I thought they were playing. Huh. I guess we'll find out. Okay, it is a remix. Oh, I'm actually gonna tear up, dude. Fuck. That reaction from her, oh, fuck, that actually jump scared me. I knew it was coming and it jump scared me. Damn, they showed him having some fucking acrobatics in the anime version. Yeah, again, I knew it was coming and that scared the shit out of me. Oh, regain, that's what it is. Okay. That's a really good name for it. The fact that it's regain, considering. Oh, that's good. There you go. That's why the title is so significant. That's why. Because it's literally the title of the series. It's why it's such an important chapter. It's why it's such a big moment. Not even just accounting for the actual moment itself, right? Because that as is already. But, oh man. Sorry, I'm just paying attention to the time on it. Hmm. Okay, so that's where they're doing the cliffhanger. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, let's close those off. Yeah. Again, like I was saying, this moment is like so damn good, right? I love this moment a whole ton in the actual novel. Uh, okay, so we are officially at the fourth volume at this point, right? Just to make it abundantly clear to everybody who might only be anime only and whatever it may be. Yeah, we're at the fourth volume now. This is like confirmed. I thought we would have gone a little bit further potentially, right? I thought it would have actually gone into essentially where the first chapter ends, right? Of the volume, but it's fine that they didn't, right? I'm also saying of the volume in the sense of web novel. I don't know the one to one, I guess comparison with the light novel. It probably is still only a chapter, um, because that first chapter is like decently long, so it probably is still relatively a chapter. um, that said, I do have like the firm belief that the next episode will not to say cover that quickly, but like it probably won't last too long because again, you gotta account for the fact that prose just turns into actual animated action for the characters or just showing the setting around them and but I had thought originally that they might do that, right? Just to hit you with something a little interesting. But I don't mind this either. This is a good cliffhanger. I love that. I'm kind of curious if people are gonna see that title and just think it's like, oh, they're just doing a title drop because it's the end of the core, and not like, no, this is literally the title of the chapter, right? Like this chapter in the web novel, in the light novel, presumably whenever the manga gets to it, because the manga is not even at arc 6 yet. um and this episode, it's so significant because it's literally the title of the series. That's why I'm thinking that there wasn't a title here, is because they might not have realized that no, literally the series title is this episode's title. So yeah, genuinely it is one of honestly, it's weird to say because it's not really a title drop entirely, right? A title drop would be a character outright saying it, but it's a title drop in the sense that for so long it's just what you refer to the series as, right? Especially like, oh yeah, like it's just the series' full name. You're usually just saying ReZero, but not like anything past that, right? But this is like a title drop in the sense that no, now it is actually a chapter title. Like now you can refer to this by a specific chapter and it's significant with that sort of title drop feeling because it's like, yeah, I mean, it's in there. It's relevant because it's a parallel to Arc One, and a lot of what happens here is very significant, for Subaru and everything. And it's like, man, uh but okay, that was really damn good. I honestly I was a little surprised. The section of him being like caged up in the ice, I felt like I remembered being a little bit longer. It might not have been, right? And that's on me, right? But I felt like that was a little bit longer of a section in the actual chapter. It's fine that it's not fully, right? If it uh it technically was, right? Because I think they covered most of the basics that they needed to with that scene, right? The significance of why this stuff is so important to Ram and like the whole thing about Rem and everything, and it's very important with all that. Um, but it was a little surprising to get like 2 minutes into that and then like, oh yeah, that's it. But yeah, I mean, everything was covered fantastic. I almost want to say, ah, I was gonna use a different word there, but I'm like, no, I don't think that'd be like grammatically correct. But even then, that sentence wasn't, so didn't end up that way. Still, everything else in this episode also fantastic. I love how they did the scene with Beatrice and Echidna. The Julius stuff was awesome, right? Especially showing Ray dropping down. It's like, holy fuck. Yeah, I am very happy with how this was covered. And again, that Stay Alive remix is like that's pretty cool, right? That the the fact that right before it we get our OG ending, like in the motif. You can just barely hear it, but it is the original ending, right? Um, and then right after that, we get a remix of Stay Alive. It's like, oh, that's so good, dude. That's so good. Especially because that's what she recaps, right? We don't push too much into arc 4, but she mainly tries to cover all that. It's like, oh, oh man. Hmm, that was good. That was a very good episode. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, uh so the next time I guess we'll be here, unless a certain other series randomly decides to drop an episode within this small window of time. I'm not complaining if it does. I'm cool if it does, right? I'll be here with the lights turned off, but I'll be here. Um, and also probably at night. And also it'll probably be a live stream on my channel first. But then we'll do it. Or like, then it'll be a recording here. Uh, but yeah, outside of that, I guess we will be back in about 2 months. We'll be back in 2 months. It's not that long compared to Arc 5. We'll be back pretty quickly, and there's a lot of good to come from this arc. There's still a lot more. This is not the absolute high of this arc. Again, I brought it up earlier. This arc kind of just goes up. At least for me personally, it keeps going up, man. It does not ever slow down and dip and whatever maybe. No, it keeps going up. There's segments that I guess not really segments actually. Well, yeah, segments in a sense, smaller than what I was referring to with this episode and the previous. Um, there's some later where I think it does slow down a little bit, right? Just a little. But overall, it just goes up. I love this arc a lot. Yeah, the stuff that the fourth volume is going to cover is going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to have some of those scenes voice acted. Having some of those scenes voice acted is going to be crazy. And then the final volume, it's the final volume, dude. It's just the best. I can't wait. There is stuff that is in there that I'm like I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm just gonna say that I hope specific animators are on the team again for some of that stuff, just because, just because. But yeah, that'll be later. Essentially in 2 months. I mean, not all by itself, but just 2 months. We'll get overall what's there, right? What's left of it. Um, And I guess we probably will actually get that over the course of 2 months, right? It'll probably be October by the time we're done or something like that, or like late September. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting also because it's like, oh yeah, I said this before, but it's like prior to that, it'll be like, oh, the week of my birthday and everything, or not prior to that. I guess after the week, it would be the week after that because it's coming back the 12th of August, I believe. So for me, it'd be the week after that, and then the week like the week right after with episode 2, it's gonna be like, yeah, it's the day right after, right? So that's gonna be really fun for me. I get to have my favorite arc coming back right around then. I don't know. That's a win. But okay, I'm gonna end off here because there's not much else to say. I am excited to do this yet again in 2 months on like the gap with Arc 5, which I was still excited for, but that was a decently, maybe it wasn't as large of a gap. Might have been around the same time. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. That might have actually been around the same time because I guess it was like what, February or March. Yeah, I guess it would be. Still, uh, I'm still excited for all that. Can't wait, right? And I mean, we'll be back. We will be back. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do stuff with Arc 9 and that one game I'm talking about, right? And all that. And yeah, and also a whole bunch of video and ADT related stuff to work on. But we're gonna end off here. So I just hover my mouse over the record. Take care. Have yourselves a great day, great night, whatever it may be. Stay safe, and I will see you all with the next one. I don't know, 2 months from now, or on the main channel. Maybe it'll be on the main channel with Arc 9 or any other video. Farewell, peeps.